What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 8. So if you haven't seen the 8th episode of Season 6 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off, go watch the episode, come back and watch this video. Okay? Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy and free way to support my channel. Easy and free. And it literally takes less than 4 seconds to do. So if you spending 4 seconds right now watching this video, you could definitely hit that like button and that subscribe button. And if you like the shit I be spitting, then hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with all the stuff I be talking about, all the shows I be reviewing, all that good stuff. And head on over to my channel. If this just popped up on your timeline and you didn't go to my channel, then head on over to my channel because I don't just review Sistas, I review other shows too. What else? I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter. See, might pause while I'm mid-sentence. See, I be stuttering. You gonna hear me say, so, probably like 1,000 times. It is what it is. Be looking over here to my notes that I take while I watch the show. What else? Oh yeah, anything I say does not reflect anyone or anything associated with this show. These are my thoughts and opinions, and ain't nobody making me say anything. These are my expressions coming from my brain, my heart, whatever you want to call it. Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, I do like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this episode. I'm going to give it some grace, like what Zach said to Fatima. I'm going to give it some grace. I'm going to give it a B minus, low key C plus. I don't know. I don't be having nothing that be having me like, oh snap, you know. So that's what I be looking for the grade to go higher. Yeah, I do grades because a lot of people they rate episodes and stuff 1 to 10. So I wanted to be do something different. So I do grades, and I feel like it's B minus C plus. It's in that range. Oh yeah, I do have my handy dandy water bottle that I keep on standby for when my mouth get dry. Oh, my mouth is definitely dry. I'm weird because I like to chew my water sometimes when it's nice and cold. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Anyway, okay, last chance. If you haven't seen episode 8 of season 6 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode, and I don't want to do that if you haven't seen it. Okay? Alrighty. First scene. Let me grab my spliff. So, of course, like every episode, it reconvenes from the last episode. And you know, on the last episode, this woman came to Andy's office trying to sue her husband for all he got to get a divorce, and she dropped some gems. She dropped some hard facts on Andy and Fatima. So they reeling from that. They feeling a type of way. My bad. I'm trying to make sure it's down here. Make sure it's lit. So Fatima, she asked for her ring back. She said, I'm going to take this ring back to Zach. We done. This, that, and the third. And he's just like, yo, you need to think about it. You need to talk to Zach. You heard what the lady said. Like, we just down bad out here. They were just saying a whole bunch of back and forth. Like I said, like I always say, the dialogue be draggy. So it's like I don't need to say too much. Fatima was like, oh yeah, Andy, I know your friend gonna ask. Talking about Karen. Like, I know your friend gonna ask. She asked, tell her, yeah, he's still in love with her, and tell her she can have him. And I'm just like, no, Fatima, don't give Karen what she want. And I was low-key worried last episode because I was like, what do Zach and Fatima, not Fatima, Zach, I was like, what do Zach and Karen need to talk about? Because I was like, all he need to do is cut her a check. It ain't really that much need to be talked about. Here's the check. Here's the money I said I was going to put up for you to help you get your shop back from the fire, all that. And yeah, we good now. And so, I'm always have love for you. But we good now until I find out that's my baby or not. So I was still on the fence. I was like, why they need to go talk somewhere? And the way he was grabbing her hands, like, yeah, can we go talk somewhere? And I was just like, I don't know, Zach. Zach was throwing me off a little bit. But like I said, Fatima has every right to feel the way she felt. But Zach also has every right to feel the way he felt. I mean, they were together for like 3 or 4 years, so. If my ex that I was with for 4 years was to die right now, or had a near death or something like that, I would definitely be devastated. And the nigga I'm with now would just have to deal with it. So, Fatima's emotional. Here come Gary. Gary walks in. Gary is Fatima, like, speaking of these damn men or something shit. So, Gary, Fatima leaves. Gary come in. Oh, we need to talk, Andy. So mind you, I was saying last episode and the episode before last, he gonna go to Andy and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, we could just have sex. We could just keep it about sex. Thinking that Andy's gonna eventually give in and actually want to be in a full-blown relationship. So that's what my whole thinking process of Gary is. But like I be saying, Andy and Gary just going Andy and Gary. They're just gonna do the same old recyclable ass shit. So Gary trying to what's the word? He trying to hit below the belt, if you will. He was like, yeah, you're not the best I ever had. Andy telling Andy this, you ain't the best I ever had. And your game is pretty weak, and there's a lot of back and forth, and Andy's like, oh, sure, or whatever. So he was like, I think Gary was like, we're going to stop having sex or something like that. He was like, cool, I'm going to be at your house at 8. And she was like, why? And he was like, so we can stop having sex. And I was just like, okay. He was like, I can tell I'm turning you on. I was just like, why did they make Andy seem so dim with it? I don't even know the word. Like, make her seem like a dipshit. Like, it just be throwing me off. Like, she conveniently slides in. Oh, I won't be home until 9:30. It's just like, come on, man. So I'll be there at 9:30 for us to stop having sex, for us to not have sex. I'm just like, okay. So remember, Gary came. When he got to the building, first he went to Hayden's office, and Tamara was giving Hayden head under the table. So he helping her up after he finished. It just wasn't believable. They could at least show her getting up off her knees. Like when the scene popped up, she was already standing up, and he was just holding her hands like, "You good?" And I was just like, "Come on, man." So Hayden steady saying he's steady saying we need to talk basically about the marriage. Do he even want to get to a Norman? Who knows? I don't think he. I mean, of course he doesn't. So Tamara's steady brushing it off like, all we need to talk about is me being your wife. I'm gonna go home and cook you dinner and run your bath or some shit she was saying. I was like, she playing the long game, but I feel like she I don't know. I feel like she low key falling for Hayden because she talked about them meeting each other's parents last episode. And now Fatima done said she out, so it's just like, and you still playing the game. I mean, you married now. And we found out in this scene, because so Hayden like, we need to talk. Samira's like, nah, I'm going to cook you dinner. Gary comes back in. And he was like, you need to look at the file. He tried to make it seem like it was something in the file. But then he was like, nah, she clean. And I was surprised. I was like, okay. She clean. He ain't find nothing. He was like, you still need to get the annulments, because apparently if he don't get it in 30 days, Tamara will be entitled to half of his shit. So she playing the long game. She ain't getting nothing out of it. She ain't, when she found out she wasn't getting nothing out of it from Fatima, because Fatima was like, he paying you. I mean, he buying you gifts, ain't he? That's your payment. So she was like, fuck that, damn, I'm gonna take it all. Now, next thing you know, she's gonna be working up in the building. It's still gonna be funny when Hayden find out that Fatima hired Tamara. Because even though Tamara clean, It's still gonna be funny when he find out. So then we get to this sit down with Zach and Fatima. I said Zach and Fatima. I'm so used to saying them together now. We get to this sit down with Zach and Karen. So I can't even remember what they start talking about, but basically Karen just trying to appeal to him this whole conversation. They start talking about their second date or something like that, and Karen's like, "You was nervous. Why you was nervous?" And he was saying stuff like, "Cause I didn't want to mess it up, or cause something." I can't even remember. And she was like, "I was nervous too." They started talking about how the date went, reminiscing. Karen was like, "That's when I knew I'd be with you forever." I was just like, she was just getting over him. Like, I'm so mad that this little death scare came. And it had me nervous last episode because Zach said we need to talk. So I was just like, man. Like, that's when I knew I'd be with you forever. So Zach get the life put us where we need to be at. I'm with Fatima. You with the preacher man. Karen's like, I'm not with the preacher man. She was banging that. She was trying to make sure he knew. But it's so funny how the tables turn, because before Zach got with Fatima and Karen started talking to Aaron, Zach was all up on Aaron. I mean, trying to get all in Aaron's face, and Karen was all up on Aaron trying to make Zach jealous. So now you try to make it known, I am not with him. Zach was like, yeah, even so. I'm with Fatima now. He was like, I need you to hear me clearly. He was like, I'm with Fatima now. So Karen was like, it ain't look like it from when you came to my shop looking all distraught. And, Zach, he was like, because I always have love for you. Like, we've been together this long, I always have love for you. This, that, and the third. So that's when Karen get the, do you love her like you love me? You love Fatima like you love me? Man. How she want him to answer that? Because he in a vulnerable state, he thought you died. It's just like, come on. She just want to hear what she wanted. She wanted to hear the stuff that she know he gonna say. So he like, of course, I don't love her like I love you. It's different. Like, shit hit different, basically. And he was like, but Fatima is the one for me. Like, that's who I'm going to be with. That's who I'm going to marry. That's who I'm going to start a family with. So Karen's like, well, what about my baby? What about me and my baby? So that's when Zach was like, I don't even know if that's my baby. So I thought this was about to be the moment. I thought this was about to be the moment where she was about to be like, well, it is your baby. I got the little, what was the little test? The little conceiving test? Whatever the test was. To tell when she was conceived or whatever the word is. I don't remember. But yeah, she took that little test. And we've been waiting like has it been like 3 episodes since she sat down with the girls and told them I know who the baby father is. Oh no, it was right after the little death scare. So it's just like, come on, man. Still doesn't say nothing. So she tried to get up and leave. She was like, what'd she say? No, this is when she starts, I want you to come back to my house, make love to me. I want you inside of me, only you. A whole bunch of stuff she was saying. Zach was just like, just rolling his eyes. You know how Zach be making them faces. Shout out to the how you pronounce his name? Duvall Ellis. He's a good actor. I always say he's like one of the best actors on this show. And I feel like he probably be ad-libbing his stuff. Because he's really funny. So he making faces, I'm not about to come over there and do that, this, that, and the third. So Karen, she gets upset when Zach says he don't know if the baby his. She gets up, tries to leave. She was like, I'm gonna leave my door unlocked. And Zach was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Somebody gonna come in there. And it ain't gonna be me. And he was right about that. So she was like, no, I'm going to leave my door unlocked. I was just like, look at her thirsty ass. She's just a nut, bruh. I just hate that Zach did. I mean, I get it. Like, you thought she was dead, but the way he ran up on her like that now, all them little feelings that she had kind of got rid of a couple of episodes before that death scare, they came all back. They all came back. And some of his feelings came back too. But I'm glad he put her in her place and told her, like, look, Fatima's endgame, no more us. And Karen just delulu. She just delusional as hell. So then we get this Danny scene, man. I don't even know what be going on with Danny, man. I just be like, just like Maurice, she's supposed to be the funny one, but now her funny just be cringe, just like Maurice. So she get home, Preston's there, shirtless, cooking. So she was like, oh, you can go now. Like, I don't think that guy gonna bother me no more. the girl at the airport told your ass he crazy and he ain't gonna stop. So you might want Preston there, or you need to get you a blicky, Danny. So Preston was like, yeah, you say that, but I'm just gonna stay a couple of more days to be sure. So then Danny gets to, I've been thinking that we should give us another try. I'm just like, oh Lord, here we go. So Preston's like, you serious? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? So basically he down with it and like, yeah, definitely want to give us another try. She was like, Danny was like, I don't want to hear Mindy though no more. Preston's like, Mindy who? Danny was like, oop, poor Mindy. I was just like, Mindy don't give a fuck. Mindy don't give a fuck for real. So Preston was like, fuck this dinner that I just cooked. We going out to celebrate. I'm taking you out to dinner. I just find it funny that he plays like a country dude. Because I follow him on Instagram and he's black. He half black. He got a whole black father. I was like, that's crazy. But even when I watched the show before I even seen the fact that he was half black, I didn't think he was fully white. I thought he was Spanish or something. He might be. I don't know. I just know I saw a picture with him and his dad. His dad black. Or maybe his dad Dominican. Maybe he's not black. I don't know. I mean, Dominicans are black. I ain't even about to go into that. Anyway. Then we get to scene at Calvin and Maurice's place. Sabrina gets there. Basically to tell them that she talked to Q. Calvin's like, what did he say? What did he say? Maurice's like, waste of time, wasn't it? Basically. Sabrina's like, yeah, it was. So Maurice, he's still talking about this plot to get Q killed. You know, Sabrina and Calvin, you gonna get caught up, you gonna get locked up, all that, you know, telling them not to do nothing, this, that, and the third. So Maurice, he leaves. I don't even remember what he said, something about his hair. He needs to get his hair shaped up. I don't remember. So then Andy calls Sabrina and tells her to call Danny. We need to meet at Karen's house. So I'm like, what they know that we don't? I was like, what is going on? Why do they need to go back to Karen's house? They just checked on her. I mean, they were just there with her at Andy's house. So I thought that was funny. I was just like, they just had to be there. Because it would have been awkward if Fatima walked up in that bitch and Karen was in there by herself. That would have been awkward. So I guess it was just a reason for the ladies to be there. Because they ain't even know nothing. I mean, what's her name? Andy knew that Karen was going to meet Zach. Fatima knew too the whole time. She said she heard him on the phone before she left out that morning. So she knew anyway. And even if she didn't, he came to tell her at work. Told Andy to tell her. But she already knew. Then we get this little scene. Maurice pops up on Q ass again. Q limping, holding his wound. I'm just like, this shit is not real. This nigga was in a wheelchair now. And I'm just like, where are they? Where they even at? So, Q like, you better get the fuck away from me, Maurice. Telling Maurice to get away from him. He get in the car with this girl, and Maurice like, girl, you better get the fuck away from this man. Like, he gonna steal all your shit, and this, that, and the third. He dirty, he got syphilis, all this other stuff. And the woman just sitting there smiling. I was just like, look at this extra they got in the car. She ain't even got no expression for real. She just smiling. So then we get this Zach and Fatima scene. Zach gets home, Fatima sitting on the couch. So Fatima gets straight into it. Like, what was you thinking running? Like, basically saying, the way you ran out there, out of the office when you heard about Karen. Zach was like, I still love Karen, of course. But then he was like, but I'm not in love with Karen. Fatima was like, I don't believe that. Zach was like, oh, so you already got your bags packed, huh? They at the top of the steps, huh? Fatima was like, they already in the car. She's like, they already in the car. So Zach was, he like, you just gonna run, that's what you gonna do. So Fatima was just like, I'm not about to stay with somebody that's not putting me first. I mean, that's not making me their number one. Like, that still got feelings for their ex, this and the third. Zach going on about how much he loves her, he's in love with her, he only wants her, he wants to be with her. And he was like, that's the same thing he told Karen. She was like, Fatima was like, where were you at? He was like, I was with her, and that's what I was telling her. And she was like, nah, what y'all say? What y'all talk about word for word? So Zach gets the, she told me that she knows that I still love her. She seen the way I was looking when I thought she died. And then he tells her about her propositioning him. Like, I want you inside of me, all that geek and shit. And Fatima's like, oh, she just said all that? She just felt bold enough to say all that? Zach was like, yeah. Zach trying to act so clueless, like he don't get what he telling her right now. So he like, yeah. She said she saw the way I looked when I thought she died. And she wasn't the only one. Something like that. Fatima was like, yeah, everybody noticed. Everybody noticed but Zach. Only Pam noticed that she hopped in the Uber. Fatima hopped in the Uber. Ain't nobody even noticed but Pam. So Zach steady apologizing. He tries to say, like, give me some grace, because when you found out about your ex, the ex or ex that had cancer, like, you was looking just like how I was, sitting in the tub. So Fatima started feeling like, oh, yeah, you right. I was like, girl, you did all that just to not go nowhere. He was like, tell me you love me. Put your ring back on. Now show me. I was like, okay. But I was like, girl, you did all that. You knew you wasn't doing it. You knew you wasn't going nowhere, Fatima. You knew you wasn't going nowhere. So Zach and Fatima make up, of course. So now we get this last scene at Karen's place. Karen laying on the couch with some, like, I don't even know, was that like a dress or a bodysuit, like a big slit, like one leg was out. I don't know what was going on, but it's like the revealing type outfit. I mean, you about to get a leg over a sneaky link. So Andy comes walking there. Oh, good, the door's open. Door's unlocked, whatever. Karen like, what you doing here, Andy? She's like, I came to check on you. And Karen's like, oh, you must have told Fatima that about me and Zach, something like that. And he was like, no. Karen was like, well, Zach's about to come over. And he's like, you think that's a good idea? And Karen was like, well, we about to just have some, we about to have some sex. This was saying that. So then Drew. Danny and Sabrina come in. I also reviewed the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's where that Drew just popped up at. But so Danny and Sabrina, they come in. Karen, like, y'all need to go because Zach is about to come and we about to have sex. So y'all need to get up out of here. And Danny's like, did Zach say he was coming? So before Karen could even say anything, Fatima walks up in that bitch like, yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, that's what I want to know. That's how it ends. And I was just like, damn. It's a sticky predicament because Fatima done walked up in somebody's house. And you know Karen got a gun and Fatima got a gun too. And Karen is in her right to use that bitch because Fatima just walked up in there. I don't think Fatima knew the girls was going to be there. Because Karen didn't even know. She walked in there. That's what I want to know. And from what we saw in the preview, they're going to get into a little argument. And Andy's like, Fatima, you're in her house. And she's like, I just want to say one thing before I leave. Fatima gonna come back in that bitch with her ring on and call Karen ass out. Like, bitch, you propositioning my man. I was just like, Karen do look thirsty, bruh. Sitting on the couch. I was just like, what is this, a Tyler Perry play? I was just like, come on. But yeah, that's how the episode ended. But I said, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna grade it like a B minus C plus because ain't too much really happened. I was irritated because when Zach said, I don't even know if that's my baby. I thought she was gonna hit him with the it is. But she didn't. She didn't give us nothing. She still ain't showing. That's kind of why I'm still low grading these motherfucking episodes. Because it's throwing me off. I'm starting to feel like she lying. But then we seen the doctor scenes. I don't know, man. Predictions for episodes to come. Who knows as slow as this shit go? I don't. Like I said, she probably gonna call her ass out. You try to proposition my nigga again, it's gonna be a problem. I think she said that. She said something. It's gonna be a problem. Do something. I don't remember. Karen still ain't gonna be showing. She still ain't gonna tell us who the baby daddy is. Is she gonna go back to Aaron? We don't know. Cause she caught all them feelings that came rushing back for Zach. So who knows what's gonna end up with Aaron. Andy and Gary, they just going Andy and Gary. They just gonna keep doing the same cycle. I think we saw next episode he gonna come. I mean, he gonna come over, but he ain't gonna give her none. She gonna be asking. He be like, nah. But it's just like, eventually. Hayden don't seem to want to get the annulment. So I don't know. Shoot, Tamira better count them 30 days out. She better make it good them 30 days. Make it last. I can't think of nothing else. Preston and Danny. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen with this whole Q, Sabrina, and Maurice situation. Like, I'm just ranting now. I'm done. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And comment below what you would grade the episode, what you thought of the episode, what you thought about what I talked about, all that good stuff. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.